Obviously, her marketing team is doing a good job since you are all about it. But to be completely honest, I do not need another actress, singer, influencer, beauty brand. Welcome back to the POPtini Pod.
This week on the pod, Marina drops the ultimate P word on a date. We unpack love lessons from Selena and Bethenny, and Meghan Markle's rumored beef with Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, also, we're dying for sex.
Grab your teenies. It's gonna be a juicy one. Ashley, this week I went on his first date.
Oh.
With this guy, and it was so lovely. Like, he was so sweet, truly a gentleman. It was really nice.
Okay.
But midway through the date, he's like telling me how him and his friends meet up once a week at this coffee shop. It's so cute. And they kind of have like a guy hang, like morning hang. And they're like, we just talk about the funniest subjects. And he's like, yeah, I want to convince them to do a podcast. And I was like, oh, funny. Like, I have a podcast. And he was like,
you told him?
I told him, yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, we're talking about it. I'm not going to just, like, pop it in on a date. But, like, if you're going to be talking to me about a podcast, then I'm going to tell you that I have a podcast. So why not? But he did ask what it was called. And I was like, no, not yet.
No. Does he have your Instagram or no?
No, he does not have my Instagram, luckily. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
so
down the
under the
line.
radar too.
Yeah, if we keep dating and things happen, then I'll tell him what it is and he can listen if he wants. So, but we're going on a second date later this week, so I'll keep you updated.
Where'd you guys go? Like, what were those vibes? Did you guys meet offline?
Yeah, we met on Hinge and we met up at this cute little bar in Culver City. There was like no one there when we got there. It was like 6:30 on like a Thursday and I was like, where is everybody? But again, I make any situation fun. So
Yeah.
you could tell he was like a little nervous, but everyone's nervous on a first date. I just feel like I've gone on like a million first dates. So I'm not nervous anymore. I just show up and I'm like, hi, how's it going? Like, I don't know. I'm not nervous.
You
I'm
would
like,
be
let's
the
go.
best first date person.
I am the best first date
Because
person.
you're just so fun. You'd be like, what's up?
Yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not that I don't care. It's just like, I don't care to like put up a front or be anything else. I'm just kind of like, this is me. Here's what I'm going to talk about. Here's my, and I also think I have this problem where I don't let silence happen. So I'm like, I will always have a topic. I will be like, what TV show are you watching? Like, what did you do last weekend? Do you have like, I don't know, siblings, whatever people talk about on first dates. But it was a good first date. Like, I honestly like didn't really want it to end, but my rule is like, I cap out at 2 drinks or 2 hours. So either way, both. Like, I try not to go over that. Like, leave them wanting more. Hello.
Hey, that was a problem on me and Alan, my husband's first date. Was he said I just asked questions the whole time because I was like, that man did not ask me any questions, and I honestly didn't know if I was going to go on a second date with him. So at the end of it, were you like, he didn't ask me any questions, or
no.
Okay.
It was perfectly even. Like, he was asking me questions. I was asking him. There was like funny joke moments. Like, you got to make me laugh. Like, if you don't make me laugh, I'm bored. I got to go. Like, keep up with me, be playful. I don't know. And it was good. It was just a vibe. So
some of the ladies might be wondering, like, Marina, what about those other 2 guys? Like the one with the Italian visa. They didn't make it to date 2 or what?
They did not make it to date 2. It just kind of like fizzled out. I just wasn't really into it anymore. And so there was that. But that's just how dating goes. Like,
totally.
Sometimes you stick around and date someone for numerous months. Sometimes it's only like 2-3 dates. Like, you just never know. But again, you just got to keep going and keep putting yourself out there, and eventually that one will show up. So I'm hopeful.
Consistency. This is so good into one of the big topics we're going to talk about in just a bit on what is love like in 2025 and dating in your 20s versus your 30s. Little teaser for you guys. But I think so much of what we want now is consistency and someone who actually follows up. And that's honestly how Alan kind of like stuck around, because he was like, okay, where are we going next? I'm like, oh, this guy actually wants to hang out again. I'm like,
exactly. I agree. Consistency is great. And like, he's been following up and like texting me throughout the week. My brother was in town this weekend, so he kind of like didn't bother us for a couple days and then popped in on Sunday night and was like, how was your weekend with your brother? Like, what'd you guys do? So I really appreciated that. I don't need someone to text me every single day, especially in the beginning. But like, it's just nice to know that like, oh, you're thinking of me. Like, oh, you're checking in. And so I love that. Well, before we get into our teeny tops, what did you do this weekend?
Okay. This week was a hard week.
Oh.
So, no, it's okay. Things happen in life, right? And that's why talking about love, I am so glad that I chose someone also who's very calm in chaos. Like, Alan was not fazed by any of the chaos that's been happening in our lives this last week. And that makes me calm because I've dated people in the past that would be freaking out right now. And he's like, we got this. Let's go.
Oh, I love that.
Go get your teeny. So I was like, Alan, I need a teeny. And you are in my head, Missy. I need a dirty martini with blue cheese stuffed olives, and you are going to die at these Columbus prices. This was happy hour, and there's this really cute place called Stone and Grill. It came out last year, and it's like Mediterranean, and it's in Northwest Columbus. I went there for the teeny and the happy hour. I ate a pear and brie cheese pizza, like almost all of it to myself, and I felt so cute. I felt so snatched. Like,
oh, I love
with
that.
my little olives. And I just had you in my head of like just the delicacy. Now I really want to learn how to make a teeny. Kris Jenner came on Khloe Kardashian's podcast the other day and she was explaining how she makes the perfect teeny. And Marina, I want to play her clip and see if you agree with her.
Okay, let's do it.
What makes a great martini?
A great martini is shaken, not stirred.
Okay.
It's putting a generous amount of vodka in a metal martini shaker with about 6 ice cubes.
6.
Shake, shake, shake until it's freezing cold. Straining it into the glass. You don't always need to strain. If I'm in a hurry, you pour it directly into the glass. 2 olives.
It's just a glass of vodka. That's
basically
what that is.
Well, it's typically with vermouth.
Right, but yours is straight
and
up
mine,
vodka.
it's straight up. But if you go to a restaurant and say, I want a martini, they're going to say, do you want blue cheese or regular?
Gross.
And I
don't like blue cheese.
You want regular.
Oh my God.
What? Kris Jenner said regular olives, not blue cheese?
She like is your soul sister though, Marina. I feel like you're gonna be Kris Jenner when you're older.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what do you think about that? No blue cheese.
I'm offended. Honestly, I'm shocked. First of all, I want to know what restaurant she goes to that they ask if she wants blue cheese or regular, because no restaurant I've ever been to asks. So what bougie ass places is she going to? But I agree. I agree with everything else besides like why 6 ice cubes. I don't get it. But it does have to be freezing cold. And let me tell you, there is a place in LA in Santa Monica called Hillstone, and they have probably the best martinis. And not only that, say you order a dirty martini and you're like at the booth sitting with your friend having dinner. Halfway through dinner, you're drinking your martini and your glass is like warming up. You know, it's like not as cold. The glass isn't cold. They will come around and with fresh frozen martini glasses and pour it into new glasses to keep the martini cold.
Oh my God.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, you have to take me there when I visit.
Oh my God, for sure. I love that.
That
place.
makes me
It's
so happy. Yeah, but Kris Jenner is like the ultimate teeny.
Yeah, well, I know. She's all about them. She's all about her martinis, but I'm shocked that she doesn't like blue cheese. Like, I cannot believe that. So
I know she drinks a lot of teenies, like, no judgment, but I know all of her daughters always like, don't get her on her teeny, like, 'cause she like can down them. So maybe it's too much, but man, it just feels such like a delicacy when you're just eating your little blue cheese.
Yeah, very true.
I didn't even like olives, but you made me like olives because of the blue cheese.
Good. I love it.
You're like, mission accomplished. We went to this amazing place called Taps and Tails. I went to Cleveland this weekend, and it is so cute. I'm guessing it's similar, Marina, by the looks of it, to your bougie dog LA park thing.
Okay.
Because It's so cute. It's an outdoor, like, fun dog park where you can get drinks and like you could go co-work, but I'd been there once before, but this time it was packed and everyone had their little friends and their drinks and my dog was going insane. I'm going to show you some video right now if you're watching this. He was just loving life. And my dad was like, every time you come to Cleveland, let's come here because it's so much fun. Taps and Tails. It's near downtown Cleveland. I want to say near Ohio City. Highly recommend.
Love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Entry fee, $12 for dogs.
Love.
And drinks are so cheap.
Love.
Let's get into our teeny tops. So Marina, love in 2025 is one of our topics today.
I'm manifesting.
You told me to listen. Ooh, manifest girl. You told me to listen to Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco on Jay Shetty, and I learned a lot about love from this. Can I tell you some of the things I love and get your take on this?
Yeah, I love it. Let's get into it.
Okay. So something she said that was kind of sad was that she felt like the world doesn't seem safe and she's not comfortable being herself. I know we've talked about that a bunch of like, man, it's just so hard to be yourself these days.
Yep. 100%.
I felt like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like I mean, I can talk about this all day long. I feel like back in the day when I was younger in LA, it just felt like I needed to like wear the right brands, hang out with the right people, talk a certain way, and just like, I don't know. It was just it's not me. So like, why was I even doing all of that? But it's just so easy to fall into that, especially in LA, especially where everybody is like, fake it till you make it is the saying. And it's like, and then you fake your whole personality and then who are you? So
oh my God, so true.
It is really unfortunate. I mean, obviously she's a celebrity, so it's a little different in that way where like, she is getting scrutiny from every single angle. Me as a normal human is getting scrutiny from a couple random people that follow me on Instagram potentially. And why am I even worried about these random Instagram followers and their opinion? Like why? But I understand with her, she's probably seeing so many comments and all these things about, you know, who she's dating. Even like when she started dating Benny, everyone was like, he's not cute enough. He's blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Selena, you can do better. And all these things. So I love that they went on this podcast and told their love story and how real it is. Like it is so real and genuine and it's so beautiful to see. And I hope I find someone as emotionally intelligent as Benny, honestly.
Oh, you totally will. You are just in that zone. She said he makes her feel seen and you can tell that he really listens to her and her desires. What I really loved is one of the big things that she felt very inspired by or just felt so seen and loved was her favorite food chain, like burger chain is Whataburger, and you can only get it in certain places. They don't have it in Los Angeles. He had it driven in from Las Vegas and then he asked them how to heat it up properly. Like he went so above and beyond. She said that was one of her favorite days ever. And just things like that. And Jay Shetty mentioned his proposal to his wife. And I thought even this was really interesting because he said his was more like a flash mob type of like
cliche.
Situation. Yeah. Cliche. And he's like, man, it just wasn't us. And it was just another example to just do you. And it really doesn't matter. I know my husband proposed to me now this was epic, I guess, in Florence, Italy, but he made it so custom to me because my family's from Florence and he did it on like the top of a piazza, Michelangelo that overlooked the city, but it was just us and me. I would have thought like I wanted a big show and dance. And I'm like, that was just so us and so like, I didn't need a bunch of people to see it. I didn't need it to go viral. Like our pictures are really bad. Like, you know, they're all blurry, but I'm like, that was perfect. I love our blurry pictures. Like totally fine. So I love that. I'm glad you made us see that. She also said she also gets a lot of hate on like her weight and things like that. And we were talking about this of like, I focus on doing my own thing and like our thing. The more I just really do not care what other people think of me. Like
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even
doing this podcast, I was totally nervous and I still kind of am of like the people who knew me 5 years ago or people who knew me 10 years ago are going to listen and be like, what is she doing? What is she trying to do? Oh, it's another podcast in 2025. Like how original, but who cares? Like you and I love this shit. We wanted to do it and we're going to do it. So mind your business, stay in your lane and let us do us. If you don't like it,
stay in your lane.
Don't listen to it.
You know,
but I know you are haters. I know you're listening.
Right. I was going to say, I actually tell everyone I welcome all the haters. Like, thank you for the engagement. Someone like wrote a hate comment on one of my YouTube videos like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, he's like, I'm going to share this with everyone. I'm like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, my comment back was, yes, thank you so much. Share with everyone.
Do it. Do it.
The haters are going to be like the reason you blow up. So
yeah.
I love me some haters. You're just helping the engagement, but you do have to come to a really confident point in yourself. Like, what are your opinions? Why do you have them? And are they your own, coming from a deeper reason than just like, anything? Brings me to the difference of us even doing this, right? In our 30s versus our 20s, and love in our 30s versus our 20s. I'm sure a lot of, women especially will have a lot of takes on this, but do you think what you're looking for in a man has completely changed from your 30s to your 20s?
Oh my God, I didn't know what I was looking for in my 20s. I was just like, yay, a boyfriend. Like I didn't care about anything else. Like it was just like, does this person make me laugh and do we have fun together? Done.
Yeah.
There was no like, do our values align? Does he respect me? Does he see me? Like all of these things that are so much more important now to me because I went through what I went through in my 20s of like, I will not allow that again. I will not settle for anything less than what I deserve. And there is a checklist of things that I want, and I know I will get those at some point. And so now it's just like at this point in life, I'm like, I'm not settling. I'm really happy where I'm at in life. And if that person comes along, great. Like, but as long as they are valuing me, respecting me, and like really seeing me for who I am, the good, bad, and the ugly, and still love me for it, then great. Done deal.
Done deal. Does it make you happy that you didn't, get married in your early 20s or anything like that?
Yes. I mean, I have old friends that got married in their early 20s, and I don't know the ins and outs of their, marriage, but it's just like you're a completely different person. And I wonder if they really had a true conversation with themselves of like, I don't want to say they regret getting married, but kind of maybe because they might have not chose that person 10 years later. They think that they have to keep choosing that person. So again, I respect people's decisions and what they want to do, but my assumption and my opinion is that if you got married in your 20s, I don't know how happy you are in your 30s because you didn't live life to your fullest.
Hot take.
Sorry.
Oh, God, I love these hot takes.
I'm sure there's a percentage of people that are very happy, but at the same time, I'm like, are you genuinely? Because you didn't really like get to know who you were. You were so focused on this other person. Again, if I married the guy that I dated for so long in my 20s, I don't know if I'd be happy right now, but I also wouldn't know any different. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, that's kind of scary. Yeah. It's wild when you date or, have flings with people who are completely different than what you thought, like a wide range. In my 20s, I was all for like the actors and the filmmakers. And now I'm like, oh my God, I want someone who has like a stable job.
Right.
And like how we talked about is calm and like consistent.
Yeah.
And you go after like the fiery passion type of people. But you realize that the fiery passion you can have kind of in any relationship that makes you feel so seen, like Selena's saying, like so full. And it's such a better like burn that lasts versus just hot and out,
Exactly. And I've heard that. I've heard if you get butterflies in the beginning, it's not good. Like, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's the slow burn that wins the race, honestly, is what I've heard. And I love that Benny was saying, every morning I wake up and I think, how do I make her happy? Like, how do I make sure that she is happy. And if she's having anxiety about anything, he's like, I have the resources and tools to help mitigate that situation. And I think that is so beautiful of like, oh, she needs a text when I'm in between projects. Okay, that's super easy. I'll just shoot her a text. Just little basic things like that, where a lot of guys will be like, that's so annoying, or like, I'm not thinking about that, or whatever it is. But like, again, if you're in a good, healthy relationship, the man will want to make you happy.
Yes. You have to go into it both wanting to serve each other versus even just seeing the show Love is Blind. Like, I feel like so much of it is about how do they make me feel and do all these things, which you have to take into consideration.
Correct.
But you also need to be the person that you've always wanted to date, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those TikToks that are always like, be the person that you want to be. Like, just be it. Start it now. Stop waiting. Those really hit me hard. I'm just like, just do it. That doesn't mean you have to, spend $1 billion, but you have to start getting yourself ready in the morning. Like stepping into the person that you want to be. You know what I do, Marina, on my like online Notion vision board that I think is really powerful? I will screenshot like girls who actually look similar to me, but in the situation that I want to be in, like if it's for some reason there's this like really nice car that this girl, but she looks like me. I send it to a friend. She's like, is that you? I'm like, no, but it's the car I'm manifesting. And like, because she looks like me, it'll be easier for me to manifest. I think there's something really powerful in putting yourself visually, even on your vision boards and things like that, into those situations, because it'll help you again, start like stepping into becoming the person you want to be.
I heard something somewhere where it was like a relationship coach said, make a list on paper of everything you want in a potential partner and then go be that.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, that's amazing. And I think everyone should do that that's single.
Oh my God. I like want to do that even though I'm married. Like, I'm like, okay, what am I asking of him? I need to be it,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, you need to be clean. I'm like, actually, are you clean? Are you clean, friend? So that is so good. When it comes to being inspired, another topic we want to chat about is what actually inspires you. Is it aspirational type content? Is it super bougie content, which leads us to 2 different brands right now that are getting a lot of controversy a little bit. People are comparing Meghan Markle's As Ever brand to Goop from Gwyneth Paltrow. They both actually live in Montecito, which is ironic. Jennifer Aniston is moving to Montecito, so it's just going to be
shocking. Montecito is a little neighborhood next to Santa Barbara, which is about an hour and a half away from Los Angeles. Oprah lives there. Ellen DeGeneres used to live there. I think she just moved away. But Katy Perry lives over there. I think Ashton and Mila still have a house there. The Butterfly Beach is one of my favorite beaches, and it's in Montecito, and it's just this cute little private beach. I used to drive there during COVID and just would sit and reflect on life and then drive back. It's such a cute community, so I love that they're moving there. But back to Gwyneth and Meghan. Why is there controversy? Why are they?
Yeah, right. So they're 2 rich, beautiful women with lifestyle brands. So naturally, the world likes to pit these women against each other. And they said, well, Gwyneth is supposedly mad that Meghan is starting this big brand. And Gwyneth came out with an Insta story, and I think it turned into a post that was basically her saying, I don't really get this. Do you? And then she flashes over to Meghan, and Meghan's like,
I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this?
And it was kind of their way of hinting like, we're good guys, no beef here. And I think it's genuine. A lot of people could question, okay, are they just doing that to get the followers off their back? But I kind of did a bit of a deep dive to compare the brands. Have you looked into the Goop at all?
I mean, I know the only thing I really know about Goop is that she's done, a lot of skincare things, and she had a lifestyle blog / website that she was selling that vagina smelling candle. Do you remember that? That was all the rage. Marketing did a great job with that. And then now in LA, she has her food brand for Goop. And so there's like Goop salads and Goop bowls and all this thing. You can order them on Uber Eats. It's crazy. And I've had them. They're pretty good.
Wow. Are they good?
They're good. Yeah. It's all fresh and organic and all the things. It is very good. So that's kind of all I know with Gwenyth at this point. And I think that post, the story of her panning over to Meghan, I think they're going to collab.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, would be so smart. I was like, oh, the Goop, it's probably like budget friendly. I think I always just assume everything is budget friendly because that's the type of content I like. You're laughing because you know it's 100% not. Yeah, all the clothes that she was promoting, super high end. I guess it's for the people who like really high end stuff. I just don't. I don't know if I ever will because I have like my Jewish mother in me saying like, get the hand-me-down, you know, like get the sales. So I did notice very high-end stuff. Meghan Markle, you saw in her show, she's like, I like to pair high and low. So she got her pants from Zara, and then she's pointing to her Laura Piana sweater that's like $1,300. So her pants are like $50. Her sweater's like $1,300. You're like, whoa. For the average consumer, it's a little much.
Right.
But you're kind of like, that does make sense, actually, Marina, now that you say that, for a collab. That is so interesting. But as for like, are they actually competing brands? I don't think they're competing brands at all.
No.
Meghan Markle's is very like living your soft feminine life, very like trad wife we talked about, very like whole and joyful and like just very soft. And I feel like Gwenyth kind of actually still has that like boss babe energy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I don't think they're trying to appeal to the regular public. They are elevated and they want to be elevated girlies. And that's why we like them. And that's why we follow them. Even though we can't afford the $1,300 sweater, we are still going to watch it. And we're still going to be like, oh my God, how much is it though? Oh my God, cool. And some people will, some people will afford it and they'll buy it. But we are just giving them engagement and follow, and we will continue to watch it because we're fascinated by that bougie, elevated lifestyle.
So true. I love the girls on TikTok and Insta who will compare. They'll do like what the expensive version is, and then they'll find it on Amazon. Cause I literally only buy outfits that I see an influencer wear off like Amazon and other, budget friendly places. Cause I'm like, oh, well, they wore it and they paired it together. I can do it too. But that is so true. Guys, stop thinking that they're trying to appeal to you because they're not necessarily. I'll tell you one thing. I'd be curious to hear if this also gave you like the slight ick, because this gave me the ick. So I'm actually really excited. I want to try Meghan Markle's like raspberry preserves. You can't order anything yet. I know I sound like such a little homemaker, but I tried her recipes. That video is coming out on my YouTube channel soon, probably this week. And I don't know, I really want to try her products. They're not launched yet though. They're collecting emails, which I think is smart because I think they're actually trying to see if people are going to buy the stuff and like how much inventory they need, like all of that. I mean, by just collecting emails, like you actually have to type in your email and then they put you on a list versus getting, thousands of products.
I actually think it's not for product inventory. I actually think it's for ad space. So for how many emails you get. And so that's kind of like a follower, like how many followers you have. So how many people are subscribed to you, and that's how you're going to get ad space and how you're going to get paid.
Yes. Marketer in the house, baby. See, I'm like, oh, it's because of this. You're like, no, let's bring my marketing genius into this. Ad space. Love that. Marina's writing down notes for our podcast. But question for you, does this give you the ick? She was like, okay, you guys have been asking for this, and posted on her Insta story, basically like an LTK, like shop of all her clothes. And for some reason, just knowing that Meghan was posting everything she was wearing for us to click on her links for her to get a commission, I actually love Meghan Markle, and I'm like, I don't love that. I like how Hillary Duff goes on, Instagram and gives us all her products and isn't like, here's my link to get a commission,
She doesn't link it? What does she do?
No, Hillary Duff just made a whole video during COVID, I remember, where she's like, okay, guys, I use Bobbi Brown, I use this, I use that, like, go have fun. Do you think it's okay? Not that it's not okay.
I think it's fine. I think, honestly, it's one, that's just what every influencer does, is a like to know it, click the link, they get the commission. And then the other part is it's just streamlined. Like, what is Meghan Markle going to do? Be like, Zara jeans, $50. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be hard for the regular, like us to screenshot that, copy it, put it into the Zara website. Like, what are we going to do? So there has to be a link, which also might get commission, might not, might go to charity, might not. Who knows? So I don't mind it.
So true. Talking about also, just to wrap up our Meghan Markle segment, Bethenny Frankel went on a podcast and she said, basically, guys, Meghan Markle isn't trying to be relatable. Listen to this.
They live in a beautiful home in Santa Barbara. He's a prince. Was a duchess. So she's got a glossy, perfect show of her house. What is she supposed to do? Be like me and have seaweed in her teeth? Like, she's in Santa Barbara in a 13 million. It's okay for it to be perfect.
I agree with that. She's not relatable. She doesn't want to be relatable. But again, it's back to the whole, we're so fascinated by that and how her bouginess and her eliteness. So we're going to keep watching it. But don't hate on it.
Yeah. Are you going to watch season 2?
I probably will. I haven't finished season 1 yet. Oh no, maybe I did. And honestly, you were right. I might go back and look at some recipes and be like, okay, maybe I'll make that. We'll see.
Honestly, you should. You need to watch my video making the recipes. Some were easy and some were not. Yeah. Lastly, one celebrity that I actually think is crushing it in the beauty space is Scarlett Johansson. You want to know why? Oh, okay, I see your look. Because her product line is skincare, cleanser, moisturizer. It's supposed to be very gentle on your skin. It's called the Outset. Maybe it's just that I like her vibe so much. Her vibe is just like, wears a sweatshirt and is like, yeah, want to try my product? You almost forget she is so famous because she is so down to earth. And I just love that she married Colin Yost. Like, that it just makes me so happy. I just want to buy her product, even though I'm not sure if it would work on my face because my face needs a lot of medication type of stuff. And hers is gentle.
Obviously, her marketing team is doing a good job since you are all about it. But to be completely honest, I do not need another actress, singer, influencer, beauty brand. There are too many. Why is everyone just slapping their name on things and trying to make a quick buck out of it? Why?
Oh, now I'm is she slapping her name on it? God, I can't remember which celebrities. I know some celebrities are no, I literally tried this for years and this is what fixed my face. So I don't know. I do think you're right. There's so many that do. Kim Kardashian's skincare line is 13 products. 13. She's like, yeah, you know what, guys? That's what I do in order to get this skin. You're like, I'm not doing that.
That's not true. And also, that's not true. Here's the thing. Selena came out with Rare and everyone loves Rare. I'm not going to shit on that. Hailey Bieber came out with her lip gloss and the lip gloss iPhone holder. Fine, whatever. There's always something. If a celebrity is famous enough, they can slap their name on it and sell it because it's them. You literally just said, I love Scarlett Johansson, so I will buy her product. So that is my whole point. It's just they will make the money because they are who they are. I refuse to buy any celebrity brand skincare. I just can't do it. I only go for I love Kiehl's. I will sponsor Kiehl's right here. I love Kiehl's so much, and because they've been around forever and I know they work and I know it's not just a random brand that came out and is hey, but Jennifer Aniston's face is on it, so buy it.
The one celebrity product I actually do think you would love, someone gifted it for me and then I fell in love, and it's the thing I run out of, which I don't run out of anything, and that actually is Rare Beauty bronzer and blush.
People love Rare. That I will give to people. I haven't tried it. I don't know. I
didn't even know about it when someone gifted it to me years ago. But the bronzer stick, I do Happy Soul, guys, and it literally runs out. Oh my God. I'm craving it right now. I'm should we go to? Okay, it's time for our TV takes, which is all of our TV show and movie recs. Marina, take it away.
Yeah, so I just started the studio on Apple Plus, and let me tell you, it is already my favorite show of the year. You have to watch it, Ashley. I cannot believe you haven't seen it yet. It is Apple Plus. I think it's going to be about 10 episodes, but only 3 episodes are out right now. It's with Seth Rogen and the most stacked cast. There is Catherine Hahn is in it. Ike from Mindy Project is in it. There's so many other incredible people that I can't tell you. There's some cameos that will blow you away. You're like, how did they get that person and how did they get that person? It is insane. It is all about the industry. Seth Rogen plays a Hollywood executive who's just trying to make everybody happy and also get to the top of the ladder. And so he's trying to make this movie and he's going to set and he's like, hi guys, everybody like me. And I don't know if you remember, but being on set when like the big wigs would come, everyone was like, wear your nicest clothes. Like everyone stay calm, everyone do your thing because you had to be on your best behavior. But Seth Rogen goes on his set and he's like, yeah, everybody like me, da-da-da. But like, that's not going to happen because we're all intimidated by you. So it all plays out on the show and it's just so fun. So if you love the industry, if you love Hollywood, this is the show for you.
Oh my gosh. By the way, I love that we can just say if you love the industry and we're always like, everyone knows what the industry is.
It's the entertainment industry.
Love it. I can't wait. Also, my time is very limited because every night I'm like editing something or shooting something. So
doesn't matter.
This is good though. I feel like the studio I need to watch. I love a good rom-com or rom-dram. And Netflix really crushes these right now. I haven't seen a platform that does it better than Netflix. Last year, it was all about Lucy Hale, like The Hating Game and all these other ones. Like Lucy Hale popped up in like 2 or 3. This year, The Lifeless just hit Netflix and it's with Sophia Carson, Connie Britton, and the gorgeous Kyle Allen. And this is based on a book. So now I want to read the book. It follows Alex Rose, who is Sophia Carson. She's a New Yorker and she has to fulfill her late mother's wishes by completing a list that she gives her in order to get her inheritance. And you're like, what? Like the things that she gives her, I will not spoil the movie for you, but it is just so fun to watch. It really makes you reflect on your own life. And are you living the life that you want to, or do you need to be brave right now and do something to make a change? Because that change could be like right around the corner, but sometimes you have to be brave in order to do it, right? Whether it's someone you're dating or some job that you really want, it's taking you back to your list that you had when you know, you dreamt big. So I really love the movie. It was kind of long, but it was worth it. And it was just an easy movie. Like sometimes I don't want to think that much.
Totally. Those are the best kind. And Netflix does that so well. It's not like an Academy Award winning movie, but you just love those like easy movies to watch. And Netflix does it really well. I also love a rom-com, so I'm excited to watch it. It was already on my list, so I can't wait. But fun fact about Sophia Carson. So she was in The Descendants like 10 years ago. Obviously, that's not really what we watched because we're millennials, but a lot of other people loved it. She also is best friends with Tanya Rad. Remember the influencer girl that I was telling you about that just got married in Mexico? She's best friends with her, and she sang at her wedding because she's also a singer and has an album out. She sang Invisible String, and it was so beautiful. I'll send you the video later. It is incredible. Her voice is angelic.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea she was a famous singer. I was just like, oh, who's this actress? She's really pretty. I'm like, oh, wow, she's a famous singer.
Yeah. So fun fact on that. And Connie Britton, I have a friend who used to work for her, and that's all. Anyways, moving
I
on.
worked with her on a full season of Dirty John, and that's all.
That's all. That's all, folks.
All right. There's one last thing, and that is, what the heck is dying for sex?
Well, it perfectly plays into what you just said of like, are you happy with your life? And are you fulfilled in what you're doing, or do you want to change things? It's starring Michelle Williams, Jenny Slate, and Jay Duplass, who I know was your mentor at one point.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I also just love Jenny Slate. Oh, thank God she has something coming up because I feel like she got sucked into It Ends With Us drama. So we got to get her out of that because Jenny Slate is freaking hilarious.
She's great.
Amazing. That sounds so fun.
The show is about a woman who is diagnosed with breast cancer and she abandons her husband of 15 years to explore her sexuality. So it's very all about, are you happy with your current life? And if you have a limited time to live, what are you going to do? How are you going to change it? I'm super interested. I can't wait. It looks really funny and honest and heartwarming. So I think it's going to be a good show.
All of this is just such a good reminder to just, again, start living the life you want to live and start doing things that scare you. And it just brings us back to even us doing this podcast. It just brings me so much joy. I hope it brings you joy, Marina.
I agree. I'm excited about it. And it's been such a fun journey with you so far. And I can't wait to see what else we do. But my last little tidbit is that Only Murders in the Building just announced season 5 has a couple more cast members. So Renee Zellweger is going to be on the show, which is Bridget Jones. And then 2-time Oscar winner Christopher Waltz, who won for Inglourious Bastard and Django Unchained, is also joining the cast. So I'm super excited about that. But I totally agree. I think this whole episode has been about, are you living the best life that you want to be living? And if you're not, let's change it. Let's make some moves.
Thanks so much for tuning in this week, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube or follow us on all of your podcast streaming platforms. We're on literally all of them. We love you guys so much.
We will see you next week on Thirsty Thursday.